It was a lot of shit today, actually.
Yep. Yo. Top of the top. We're here with the Guerrilla Boxing, and I got my guys, Rell Talk. Man, first and foremost, I'm just gonna get into it. What do you think about AJ, man, and the whole Usyk situation?
Not
He,
AJ. I'm not gonna lie, AJ. I was watching that and I was like, damn, AJ really is not. He's really not good. Like he's really not like he was hyped up to be. Like, don't get me wrong. I know Usyk is a hell of a boxer, but you shouldn't be that much bigger than somebody, like height wise and like stature wise. Like you're bigger. Like you're just naturally bigger than him.
right?
But you don't have the skills. Like today showed me AJ don't have the boxing skills that you thought he had. And not you as in you personally,
No,
but
no,
just
no.
like
Yeah.
as in
I know what you
as
mean.
a boxing, you know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah,
boxing,
I know what you mean.
he's
I
not a
know what
good
you mean.
boxer. Like he doesn't have. Usyk was stepping to the right so much, like, and AJ was just looking like I don't know what to do to stop that. Like I don't know what to do to counter that. And it's
Yeah,
just like every time I seen AJ hit Usyk with something, it was like Usyk was like, all right, that was cool, but it ain't gonna knock me out. So now let me
yeah,
show you what I could do. Like
yeah.
it just was you know what I'm saying? Like I seen him like after that round when he hit him with the body shots, and
Mhm.
Usyk wrapped him up. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Usyk just did that because he knows like he can't hurt me. So let me just let him punch himself out. And then what I peeped, he was running across the ring, making AJ chasing. So it's like, damn, bro, like you damn near smarter than motherfuckers give you credit for, bro. Like you that like Usyk just today. I just feel like Usyk showed like AJ showed you're not a good boxer, and Usyk showed like, bro, he different. Like I feel like he's really one of those fighters who will really die in the ring before he loses. Like
Yeah,
I'm not going for no losses. Like I'm whatever I can possibly do to win, I'm
yeah,
gonna do that. I don't give a
yeah,
fuck how tired I am.
yeah,
Whatever. We balls to the wall. We going all out.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. One thing I want to say is that again, the problem is that AJ was trying to do what call it he did in the first fight, and that was trying to outbox him, you know. And the problem the 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 problem is that like you can't outbox a guy who's just like more footwork than you, and just basically like more skillful uh than you. And so like unfortunately he still tried to do that, and it's like that's not going to work. So you know if you were having success, if you knew you were having success when you hit him to the body and stuff like that, why not keep on chopping down at the body?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And he didn't do that. It just seems like he did one shot to the body, and then that was pretty much it. And by him just doing one shot to the body, kind of uh Usyk was able just to understand what he was gonna do. And so by him understanding what he was gonna do, it just kind of became redundant after a while. It came redundant after a while that what he was doing. And so I don't know, man. It just seems like his corner. I think his corner was still capping as well too.
You,
His corner was telling him, "Hey, you're winning. That was a
but
good
they
round.
wasn't.
Yeah, that was a
And
good
and,
round."
and and
Stuff
I'm gonna
like
keep it
that.
real. I feel like AJ might. That's when AJ might need to check himself because it's like you switch trainers
Yeah, he
and
did.
nothing changed.
Yeah, he
So
did.
maybe you, as a fighter, need to start toning down like because I feel like as a fighter and a trainer, like your trainer as a fighter, if I'm a fighter, like I'm sure you know what I'm saying, you box,
Yeah.
you don't feel like your trainer could whoop your ass. Like you feel like if my trainer stepped in this ring with me, I'm gonna fuck him up. Bottom line.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when it comes to listening, I think motherfuckers need to stop like having an ego and having this macho man ass mentality to where it's like, man, you can't do this shit as good as I do it, so fuck you. I'm not gonna listen. And trainers
Yeah.
need to stop being scared of fighters and intimidated and be able to tell them like, look, motherfucker, like I get it. You want to do it this way, but if you want to do it that way, I'm not coaching you because that's not how the fuck I want to do it.
Yeah.
If you didn't need no coach, you could fight without a cornerman.
Yeah, I think though I think like with his coaching though, the coaching just should have had better directions. Like, hey, you're but that just kind of shows what they cared about him too. That reveals what they thought about him too. Like, because they weren't giving him honest assessment. Uh and so like the coaches should have been like, yo, this is what it is right now. Um he
You lose it. You need
Yeah,
to go
you're
to that
losing.
fucking body.
You need to do this, you need to do that.
Invest in the body.
Or yeah, or if you're gonna say, hey, that was a good round, if you're gonna say that, then why don't you put in why don't you put in why don't you put in like something else? Why don't you put in, hey, that round was decent, but in order to win the round more convincingly, you need to do this in the next one. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Instead of just saying, "Hey, that was a good round," because if you do that, you're not being honest.
You're not helping.
Yeah, you're not helping. You're not helping in the situation. So that's why I think his corner was kind of at fault for that too. Now, what do you think about his outbursts at the end?
I think uh, that's just emotions. That's just emotions.
He he you think it's just emotions basically?
I feel like when you can't accept the fact, like, look, you you accept like and it's gonna sound crazy as fuck,
Yeah.
but when you accept when you accept some shit that you think you could have never accept, but you still not accepting it, it's like okay, in my head, I know I can't fuck with this person. Like
Yeah.
this person just is just better than me. But
Yeah.
I'd be damned if I come out and say that.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out here and just say a bunch of nothing, a bunch of bullshit, and instead of just saying like I'm not gonna lie, he just got my number.
Right.
Like I
Right.
think that's just what it's just the pride part of it. Like I just can't. Me personally, I can't
Right.
just say, you know what I'm saying? I can't just give him his props and say, he's better than me. He's just the better fighter.
Right. Right.
And you can't say he was the better fighter tonight because shit, y'all fought twice. So he was the better fighter the last night too.
Right.
And if y'all fight again, he probably gonna be the better fighter that night.
Yeah, it's true. And so speaking of which, where do you think they both go from here?
That's
Uh
the thing, because I wouldn't like to see Usyk versus a Fury. I wouldn't like to see that because I just
okay.
feel like Fury's shown he knows how to use his advantages.
Yeah,
So
how big
I
he
just
is.
don't. Yeah, he's just too big. Like he's too
Yeah.
fucking big.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
He's too
big.
big. Like there's nothing Usyk would be able to do to Fury. Like nothing. Like he's too fucking big.
Yeah, he's too big. He wouldn't and the fact that he can box too, that's the thing.
Yeah,
So that's that would be the situation with uh with Fury is that the simple fact is like he's dealing with someone who's not only bigger but he can box better than AJ.
Yeah, and it's like he's gonna do the little shit that AJ wasn't doing. Now, is he as durable as AJ?
Uh,
We
yeah,
would think
that's
so because he played. He done
yeah,
fought Wilder 3 fucking times.
hell yeah,
So
and
and
he
and so that's what I'm saying. Like what what can Usyk possibly do to Fury?
right.
He's not big enough. Like it was hard enough for him to go getting. It was hard enough for him to get to AJ. You know what I'm saying? Like Fury is what 6'9".
Is yeah, Fury's 6'9".
Like yeah, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, that's a different ball game. That's a way different ball game.
Yeah,
Totally different ball game.
yeah. He and then I know he's gonna do the same thing he did with Wilder. Like
Yeah, he's just gonna
he's
come
gonna
in
put
hella big. Like
yeah,
I'm
he's just
finna
gonna
come in
come in big.
super big. Good
Yeah,
luck. Deal with me how you like. Good luck.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, that fight but Usyk wants that fight, or at least that's what he said he does want. So I don't know, man. I don't know how he weathers that storm though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
But what if what if and we could be underestimating this? What if Tyson Fury's athleticism is not even nowhere near AJ's?
Uh uh yeah, that part, and also it could be one of the situations where Usyk has faster hands than Tyson Fury, because I think
Yeah.
honestly that was the one thing that was really offsetting AJ was the simple fact that he had fat fast
And I
hands.
don't even necessarily know that if it's fast hands, I think his timing is just hella good.
Yeah, yeah,
His timing is just good. But
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, he put on more weight this fight, and you could tell.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, bro. But
exactly.
I don't see. Yeah, I just don't see what Usyk would be able to do to Fury, just because I've seen how Fury does his shit. Like I come in hella big. I'm already taller than you, and I come in hella heavier than you. So
Yeah, and all that putting all that weight on him is gonna make him tired too.
yes,
That's the thing. Like if he leans his body weight over him, then he's just gonna get tired. That's the thing,
that
you
shit
know.
gonna take a toll after a while.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the whole thing. Is like you will have to like factor in that. Then you have to factor in the boxing ability. And
Like he's a big motherfucker who can box.
exactly. And so yeah, I don't know how that would go. I mean, how do you give how do you how what chance do you give um what chance do you give Deontay Wilder against the Usyk?
Wilder against the Usyk,
Because I mean, we do know he has the equalizer. We do
yeah, he got
understand
that
that.
equalizer. I'm
We
not
do
gonna
under,
lie.
we do understand that.
And Usyk can't get hit, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm a boxing fan now. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I feel
haven't
you.
boxed like hell. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
haven't. I've sparred a few, but I don't got no amateur belts. I ain't
right.
traveled to go spar. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah,
love this shit though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
exactly,
I'm a student of the game, and I just feel like
exactly.
skills pay bills, bro. Like Usyk is too like the way Usyk steps to the right as he throws the left, and
Right.
that shit just you know what I'm saying. But if he lets Deontay catch him with anything AJ caught him with, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, yeah,
That shit
yeah,
take because that's gonna take a toll. It's gonna take a different type of toll.
yeah, yeah,
Like it's one thing to say like, okay, all right, he hit me with this, but I seen what he hit me with. So if he tries to throw that again,
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna block it and I'm gonna throw this back. If a motherfucker hit you to the point you like, I ain't gonna lie. If he throw that again, I'm just
Right.
blocking it and getting the fuck out the way. I'm not throwing nothing back. I'm just
Right.
blocking it and getting out. That's different. Cause what happens
Right.
when he start throwing 3, 4, 5 of them motherfuckers? Now you just
Right.
blocking, getting hit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's different. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Wilder
Right.
has that type of power. I don't know
Yeah.
AJ got that because I seen AJ hitting him with some good shots, and it was just like,
Right.
bro, when I
Yeah.
like I said, when he hit him with all them body shots and made
Hmm.
Usyk wrap up, what did Usyk come out and do the next round? Nigga came out and dominated the next round,
Yeah.
almost like he wasn't tired at all, tired or hurt
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. Definitely. That's true. Uh. Now, what what uh what chance would you give? Okay, I think this would be an underrated fight because they're both skillful, but one may be a bit faster. And I actually think he has the style to maybe beat Usyk. But the thing is, he's not really getting those fights that he needs. I think he needs to fight more. But I think he has since left Team Canelo as well. But one thing I will say is that I think that Frank Sanchez probably has the style to give Usyk problems because they're both boxers. But I think which one we call it has more
He
power.
natural. He's natural. He's a natural. But I don't think his skill is good enough.
You,
Me personally, I don't think his skill. I don't think. But I've only seen Frank Sanchez fight one time
yeah,
against somebody who was known as just really a power puncher. So,
yeah,
but
F.A. Jagba.
yeah, but he handled them. He neutralized them.
Yeah,
My thing is with
yeah,
Usyk, and I don't think people necessarily, especially after this fight, I don't think people gonna really look at it like that.
yeah,
His
yeah, yeah, yeah.
speed, you feel me? Like this
Yeah,
fight,
he's
his speed
fast.
wasn't to me. His speed wasn't faster than, you know what I'm saying. But he was still beating AJ to the punch.
Yeah, he was
But
for
it's
sure.
like he did that because he put on weight. Like it was a little slower because he put on weight.
Yeah, he did come in a little bit heavier.
So it's like, okay, Sanchez isn't as fast as AJ. Do you think so?
Um, Maybe not as fast, but I think he has better timing than AJ because
Okay,
there was one thing in that FA Jogba fight that I saw where he timed him real well,
and
but
he
I think
dropped him. Is that when he
yeah,
dropped him?
yeah, that's when he dropped him.
Yeah, and see,
Yeah,
that's impressive for a bigger fighter. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like that it's crazy because when I see bigger fighters like time shit and slip, like, you know what I'm saying, like
yeah,
pull and counter, it's like, damn, you would be cold if you was like a 147, 135 pounder. Like you
yeah,
like you would look hella different. Like you would be straight flash, you know what I'm saying? Like you would look way different. But when you so big, it's like that shit, you know what I mean?
yeah, definitely. Now speaking of the lower divisions, Keith One Time Thurman has some select words tonight. Now, do you think that this is legit what he's saying, or do you think this is him bluffing about this whole thing? Because he
He's
thinks,
blowing smoke.
yeah, because he had a lot to say, and also he had he just basically was pulling out he was basically saying that he's pulling these people's cards out. That's what he was basically doing. What do you think about it?
Uh, He's blowing smoke, bro. He's
Yeah,
not gonna get in there and fight none of these motherfuckers. Same way he was talking all that shit about Earl. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And when Earl was knocking on his
yeah,
door, nothing. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like he's just he's doing that shit to stay relevant. Like to
yeah,
keep it real. He's
definitely.
doing it to stay relevant.
Yeah, definitely. Um, I mean, how? What do you think though? Like, if those two were to meet, like,
Oh,
what?
if they was to, you already know what I think about that. Like, we don't even gotta.
I mean,
Boots
I
would
think that would
beat.
be his best opponent thus far, though, and I think he would give
Yeah,
him a
who
fight.
Thurman?
Yeah,
Yes, he would
I
definitely give
think he
him a
would
fight,
give
and
him a
it'd definitely
fight, but
be
I
his
still
best
think,
opponent. But he's still getting knocked out.
yeah, he would still get eventually. Yeah, Boots would probably like still end up like beating him up. I think that would happen. You know, I definitely think that would happen. You know,
He would beat the fuck out of him, and it'd be even uglier because it's like Thurman saying that shit, thinking Boots ain't like that,
yeah, nah, he is. I mean, he
but
doesn't.
he's definitely like that.
Yeah, he definitely would. He definitely would want to uh you know he definitely would want to like make even a bigger statement using him as an example, basically, you know.
Yeah,
Yep. And so yeah, I think the same thing. Now at that 140, um I mean, damn, I think Josh Taylor just vacated a belt. I believe he vacated. Yeah. Um, how do you think that plays out right now? Because you just had Lipinets. I don't know if he stopped the dude or not.
he did. He stopped him in the eighth round.
Yeah, he stopped the dude because he was already beating him up pretty badly as it was. You have him now at that 140 pounds. You have Tiafimo, who's now at 140. I don't know what Josh Taylor's plans are at 140. You know, I don't know if he plans to stay. I don't know what he's planning on doing. And then you have, I believe, Regis Prograis, who's also
Mm-hmm.
at 140.
He
And
finna fight Zepeda.
now, oh yeah, he's fighting Zepeda. Now, with that being said, I mean, this 140 may look to get interesting again. You know, it looks to be like that there's some
And
potential.
hold on, shout out to my boy Brandon Lee for
Oh
withstand.
yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying, for withstanding that knockdown he took when
yeah,
I thought it was
that dude just
over.
timed the shit out of him. That's
Yeah,
the
that was
thing.
just perfectly timed. He timed
Yeah,
the fuck
he
out of him.
just yeah, he just timed the shit out of him. And so with that being said, you know, that's a part of the game. You know, he got up and he won the fight. Kudos to him for just getting up and winning, you know.
And I and I'm glad that shit happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that fighters get knocked down and then go to win unanimously, because I feel
Yeah.
like in this day and age it's the same thing with a loss. It's like if you get knocked down, you
Yeah,
automatically
people
lose the
like,
fight if
yeah,
you
that's the
don't knock
crazy
that
thing.
person
Like,
down. Like
yeah,
that's not
no,
how this shit go, bro. Like
that
I
the
could get
thing is,
knocked down and dominate you for the next fucking, I don't know how. I could get knocked down ugly, like bro, that shit
yeah,
looked bad. Like I thought you was out of there. And then
right,
the next 8 rounds, I just beat your ass from post to post, like corner to
right,
corner.
right,
Almost stop you, almost drop you every round.
right.
Like, but that I didn't knock you down though. So you saying the fact that you set me on my ass negates the fact that I beat your ass the whole other 8, 9, 10 rounds? Like, no.
Well,
And that's why I'm
you
glad when
know,
I see that shit.
that's the sad thing that people do, though. Unfortunately, is they I hate to say it, but most people like they just count a knockdown, and they just like
They
they
just
just
think that's a win. Like if this person don't
like they
knock
no
him down,
they use it against the fighter in the next fight. They're like, okay, well, he's been dropped.
but
He's
that
been
don't
dropped,
fucking
and
mean shit. You know who been dropped? Miguel Cotto. I seen Miguel Cotto get dropped damn near 4 times in the fight. and come back and win, and then ain't lose till he fought fucking Margarito, who was cheating.
Yeah, who had loaded gloves.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's say he don't lose that fight. Then
Yeah,
shit. When is Cotto's first loss against Pacquiao, who weight drained him? Like,
yeah,
and then let's just
yeah,
say they fought at Cotto's weight. Do we really think Pacquiao beats Cotto at his weight? Fuck no. Fuck no.
yeah. And then another thing too is there's one guy that we all have to like just understand. And of course, he wasn't that great of a boxer. He wasn't like really a good boxer, but he got the job done. But you look at which one called it, Tito Trinidad. He got knocked down in plenty of fights, but I mean,
Yeah.
he ended up like usually at
He
like
got knocked
during.
down by fucking Mayorga.
Yeah, but it's like the thing is that once the fight was on, he ended up like he would end up doing the guy in though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Only
and
person he ain't doing was Bernard Hopkins and Winky Wright.
yeah, and he usually would end up stopping the dude who knocked him down.
Yeah,
That's
like and that's like, and I
he,
could take I like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I would like to be a fighter like that. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I would much rather be a fighter
even
who,
even
who
even
never
same
got
thing with
dropped and just beat everybody. But let me be a fighter who, I ain't gonna lie, he done got dropped about 5 times. But every time he's got dropped, he get back up and stop these motherfuckers. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'd rather be that.
And it's the same thing with, for example, you look at Andre Ward. I mean, Andre Ward got dropped by Kovalev, and we saw what happened with
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yep.
You know,
Keep it real. Do you think he lost that fight?
nah,
Personally?
he didn't lose that fight, man. It's just what people were saying. Like, I hate to say it, you kind of saw it in this fight too. A lot of those Eastern European fighters, though, they don't like it to the body.
They
So
don't.
you
They
may
don't
you
like
may
that
think
shit. That shit hurt.
you may think like they're getting punched in the balls, but they're not getting punched in the balls.
They just
No.
jumping. They
Yeah,
just trying to. They jump
yeah,
into the. Like, they jump into that shit.
yeah, and it's not only that they're getting hit where their trunks, and they pull up their trunks to make it look like, okay, like this guy is hitting me in the balls.
Yeah, and that's why I
But they
respect the
do.
refs. That's why I respect the refs that say right here is good,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they point below like the belt line. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
yeah,
because you got this shit up hella
yeah.
fucking
That's what they
high.
do.
You got this
That's what
motherfucker
they
pulled
do.
up behind your fucking belly button.
Yeah, that's what they do. They do that to make it look like, oh, okay, this guy is like hitting me in the balls, but really he's hitting them in the belt line.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that shit. We
Yeah,
don't want to hear that.
yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. And
Let me ask you, not to
what's
cut
up?
you off. Is Navarrete? How you say his name?
Yeah, Navarrete, he fight at 130, right?
So he in the same division as Shakur.
Right.
How you see that fight going?
I mean, I really think that like Shakur will fight that dude the way that he fought that African dude. The African dude was a heavy puncher. I mean, he was a big puncher. He had heavy hands, and he knocked out Miguel. No, he
He
knocked
knocked
out.
out Burcho.
Yeah, he
Miguel
knocked
Burcho.
out Belcher. So I think Shakur will fight that dude in the same way. Navarrete, I
Think
think he
so?
would. Yeah, I think he would fight him in the same way where he's like, okay, this guy is a heavy puncher, so I just got to use the game of inches, and I'll be able to be victorious.
You don't think you don't think Shakur could trade with him?
I think he could, but I think he wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, nah, because Shakur is big on like clear dominating performances.
Yeah, like I think he wouldn't. I think he can do it, but it's just a matter of like he probably wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah. It's
he
more so like, if you make me have to do that,
yeah, then
then
he'll do
come
it.
on, let's go.
Then he'll do it. But if not, he's just gonna cruise.
Yeah, I can see that for sure, for sure.
He's just gonna cruise. Now, do you see, for example, do you see um do you see um Triple G actually having any kind of chance beating Canelo at
Yep.
all? Okay, explain.
Just because I feel like the motivation different.
You think the motivation will be different?
Hmm. Like that Triple G we see it against uh Morado. Is
Yeah,
that his name?
yeah, Murata. Yeah,
Wait, that's not gonna be the Triple G we see against Canelo. Why? Because it's Canelo.
yeah, that's a good point.
You
Um,
know what I'm saying? And I know it
yeah,
just sounds like, simple, like it's Canelo, but no.
yeah,
Really dig deep into the history.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He feel like he beat Canelo already.
yeah. He felt like beat him twice. That's what he
So,
feels
you know what
like.
I'm saying?
He
Now,
feels
first
like
time, arguable. Second time, I don't think he did.
Nah,
That's
me
just me though.
neither. I don't think he beat him the second time either. Me
The first
personally.
time, I'm gonna keep it real. I said I could see it being a draw, and I was going for Canelo. So that could tell you why I said that. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, Triple G arguably won that fight.
Yeah, it was a 7-5 fight on the first one. Yeah.
So
The first one was a 7-5 fight
what
for
you gave
sure.
the second one?
The second one I gave to Canelo. I gave it, yeah, 7-5 to Canelo. And the reason why I gave him the 7-5 is because I just gave it to him off the fact that he backed him up.
That's
That
what I
he,
was going to say. He walked him down. He
yeah, that
boxed the
he,
first fight, then I
yeah,
walked you down the second fight.
yeah,
And when
like,
I boxed you, I made it debatable. When I walked you down, I made it clear.
yeah. So that's the
So,
one thing. That's the one thing I will say.
but this is the thing, though, and this is why I say I
Yeah,
think it's going to be different because I don't think he can hurt Triple G.
yeah. I don't think. Well, yeah. He is talking about knocking him out. That's what he is talking about.
That's what Canelo talking about. Triple,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't think he
yeah,
can do that. I'm gonna keep it
yeah,
real. When the last time we seen Canelo knock like a star out? Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. It's true. Yeah, it's
Like
true.
Caleb Plant, you could possibly give him Caleb Plant, but I feel like that was Caleb's Plant fight to get into that stardom.
Yeah,
Boxing fans know Caleb Plant, but
that was his fight to get into that stardom. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that Canelo money has him kind of like chilling at this time.
he's for the fight.
Yeah, he's fighting. At, some people are actually, believe it or not, some people are actually thinking that Darrell is going to win that fight.
I don't.
Some people are actually giving Darrell the nod in that fight.
Who you
But
back?
I mean, I'm thinking that it's going to play out the same way that the Caleb Truex fight played out, where he just is just going to box him.
What if now? Let me ask you this: what if Caleb get in there and he knock him out?
That would be like, that would be him. That would be something that's like,
Like, what if Caleb this whole time we ain't been seeing him post shit?
hmm
It's because he's been working on power and he don't want people to see his power. What
then
if he come back with power?
I would give him like, I would say, okay, then he has some dog in him, then that we haven't seen before. That's what I would say.
Do you think he could be able to reign supreme in that division
Um,
with power?
nah. I'm gonna tell you why. I hate to say it, but um, you
David
know,
Morrell.
yeah, David Morrell. Like, I hate to, and I'm not trying to be biased or
Nah, but
anything,
that motherfucker
but
Morrell is cold.
it's just that, bro. Like, it's just that when Caleb Plant, like, the thing is, David Morrell, like, it's like, if Caleb, when Caleb Plant meets him, it's like, okay, not only is he gonna meet someone who's willing to be a dog with him, but he's gonna meet someone who's also willing to box with him and also probably outbox him. That's the whole thing. So I
Mhm.
really couldn't see him really doing anything like significant against him, you know, because
Yeah,
it's just that like like with that guy, it's just I don't know, man. That guy, and there's a reason why, unfortunately, he is not as active as he should be. There's a reason for that. It's unfortunate, but we know why. We know why nobody wants that work.
you
No,
think he gonna fight? You think we gonna get David versus David?
I mean, I I hate to say this, but what it looks like they're trying to do is that Team Benavidez is trying to just pretty much hold out.
Till the winner of Darrell and because just think
No,
though,
no, what they're trying to do is they're trying to hold out for the winner of Canelo and Triple G, and also hold out for the simple fact that Canelo will have another fight, and he's probably going to fight like a guy overseas, like a guy from England or something like that. Like he's going to do that fight, and then what they're trying to hold out on is that, okay, it's going to be like, okay, you have a choice to make at 168. Either you fight David Benavidez, or you like drop the belts. And I think
vacate.
that's, yeah, I think that's what their like idea is that, okay, this dude better fight, or he better vacate the belts. I think that's what they're trying to like. That's what they're trying to pursue. But I did hear some interesting news. I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know how true this is, but I heard like something about Jamal Charlo. I heard that dude is finito. I heard that dude is like finito, and that I don't know. I have to verify this, but I heard that dude is like finito, and that they're even trying to keep their house as of right now.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know how true this is though. That's the thing. I don't know how true it is. But
That's
someone said
wild.
that his wife like came on and said something, on one of these social media networks, and was just like, yeah, he's through, or something like that, man. I don't know how true this is though, for real.
That's
Yeah,
so
man.
crazy.
Yeah, so the pullout with Sulecki. I don't know if that was really an injury, or if that was really just being unmotivated. Because I mean,
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't heard from none of them motherfuckers in a minute.
well, the thing is, and this is crazy. This is like crazy. But Jamel, he's fighting in January, and it's like, damn, you're fighting in January. Like it's like you're fighting all the way in January, and it's like, for me, it's like, you fighting all the way in January. You could like take a fight before January. You know, you can easily take a fight before January. Hell, you can take a fight in September, or August, and be ready for January. But Jamel Charlo is fighting Tim Zoo in January. That's his next fight next year. For me, that's crazy that you would want to wait that long. You know, you heard about it, right? Yo, you there? You there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, uh, what I was saying is that Jamel Charlo's next fight is in January. That shit's a long way away. You know. So that's what It's like he could be more active if he wanted to be, but I guess not. So I don't know, man. I really don't. But other than that, um, I think I'm just gonna shut it down. But we'll try to do it more often, unless someone like come in and want to tap in. But other than that, you know, it was chill, chill night of boxing, basically. But I'm gonna be going live on my other channel tomorrow. So if y'all have my other channel, then y'all can tap in with me tomorrow. And it won't be about boxing, but it will be about what I was reporting on this channel before someone actually like pretty much like try to dox me. But anyhow, Fula signing out and John.